Have you ever noticed those rare people who, when chaos erupts around them, remain as calm as a still lake at dawn? They don't raise their voice, their hands don't shake, and somehow, they seem to think clearly while the world is spinning out of control. You might have asked yourself, what's their secret? How do they carry that inner serenity when everyone else is panicking? Today, we're diving deep into the psychology of people who stay calm under pressure. At first glance, it might seem like they are born with this ability, like some rare innate gift. But the truth is, calmness under pressure is a learned art, a mindset cultivated through experience, self-awareness, and subtle mental habits. Think of it as a muscle. Muscles don't grow from simply wishing they were bigger. They grow from challenge and resistance. Similarly, the calm mind strengthens under stress, but only if it has learned how to respond wisely rather than react impulsively. One key insight from psychology is that calm people perceive pressure differently. Where most of us see stress as a threat, they see it as information. Imagine driving through a sudden storm. Panic might make you slam on the brakes, tense up, or even freeze. A calm driver, however, reads the rain, adjusts their speed, and navigates carefully. The difference isn't luck, it's perspective. Calm individuals reframe the storm. It's not a disaster, it's a situation to manage. Let's bring this closer to home. Picture a workplace crisis. Emails flood in. Deadlines are missed. A team is on edge. The panicked response spreads like wildfire. People blame each other. Mistakes multiply. Now imagine someone who pauses, breathes, and listens. They assess the problem calmly, break it into small, actionable steps, and guide the team forward. This is not just leadership. It's a demonstration of emotional regulation, a trait psychologists call self-efficacy. It's the quiet confidence that says, I can handle this. But how do they actually stay calm in real time? A surprisingly simple factor is breathing. Slow, deliberate breathing signals the brain that the body is safe, counteracting the fight or flight response that fuels panic. Yet, this is only a small part of the puzzle. More importantly, calm individuals cultivate a mental narrative of stability. They tell themselves, I have faced uncertainty before. I have overcome challenges before. I will navigate this too. This internal dialogue, often subtle and unconscious, creates a buffer against stress. Another fascinating element is detachment from ego. When pressure mounts, most of us tie our identity to the outcome. If I fail, I'm a failure. Calm people, however, separate themselves from the chaos. They focus on the process, not their personal stakes. In moments of crisis, this detachment allows them to act rationally, even when emotions surge around them. It's like watching a storm from inside a glass dome. You see the wind and rain, but you're not swept away. And here's a paradox. The more they remain calm, the more influence they have over others. Neuroscience shows that our emotions are contagious. A single composed voice in a room of panic can stabilize the group. Their calm becomes a magnet, a center around which others can anchor themselves. In essence, staying calm under pressure isn't about being emotionless. It's about mastery over one's attention, perception, and narrative. It's about transforming pressure into clarity and chaos into opportunity. But this mastery is rarely spontaneous. It grows from intentional habits, reflection, and sometimes even failure. Now that we understand the psychology behind calmness, let's explore how these individuals cultivate it and what life lessons we can extract. One secret habit is preparation coupled with flexibility. Calm people prepare rigorously, but embrace uncertainty. It's not a contradiction. Think of a chess grandmaster. They study openings, anticipate strategies, yet they remain fluid, adapting to unexpected moves. Preparation gives them confidence. Flexibility keeps them resilient. This combination allows them to act decisively under pressure, rather than freeze in indecision. Another layer is mindfulness of the present moment. When chaos unfolds, the mind tends to drift into what-if scenarios, creating a storm larger than reality. Calm people anchor themselves in the present, observing what is, rather than worrying about what could be. This practice is more than meditation. It's a cognitive skill. It trains the brain to prioritize relevant information, reduce mental noise, and make clear decisions. Interestingly, their calmness is also rooted in emotional acceptance. Instead of resisting fear, anxiety, or anger, they acknowledge it, process it, and move forward. Imagine trying to swim upstream while clinging to a heavy log. You resist reality and exhaust yourself. Calm individuals swim with awareness. They let emotions flow through without letting them dictate their actions. Life experience is another teacher. Many people who exude calm have faced moments that could have broken them. Loss, high-stakes decisions, failures. But each challenge became a lesson in composure. The psychology of calmness often reflects post-traumatic growth, resilience forged through hardship, tempered by reflection. Now, why does this matter to you? Because calmness under pressure is not just admirable, it's practical. It enhances decision-making, strengthens relationships, and improves well-being. When we act from calm clarity, we avoid impulsive mistakes. We communicate more effectively. We become a source of stability for others. In a world that often feels chaotic, calmness is not merely a personal skill. It's a form of quiet leadership. Let's bring this closer to everyday life. The next time your work project explodes or a personal crisis hits, pause, breathe. Observe the situation like a calm observer. Separate from panic. Ask yourself, what is within my control? What action can I take right now? Over time, these small practices, repeated deliberately, train your brain to respond with clarity rather than anxiety. The final lesson is perhaps the most profound. Calmness under pressure is a reflection of trust. Trust in yourself and trust in life's unfolding. It doesn't mean everything will go perfectly. It doesn't mean you'll avoid failure. It means you accept uncertainty and choose your response consciously. It's the recognition that storms are temporary and that within you exists a center of unshakable presence. So, if you want to cultivate this trait, start small. Practice mindful pauses. Reframe challenges. Observe your emotions without judgment. Build your confidence through preparation and reflection. Over time, you'll notice something remarkable. Not only do you remain calmer under pressure, but the world around you seems to follow suit. Calm becomes contagious. Influence grows. Decisions become wiser. Life becomes, in some subtle but profound way, more manageable. Because the truth is, chaos is inevitable, but panic is optional. And those who have learned the art of calm remind us, quietly and powerfully, that clarity and composure are not just traits, they are choices.